Hi, Caspar here from Bose Wine on the 4th of May 2017. Tasting a champagne. Gosh, this was on a Bose Wine offer a number of years ago. This is 2004 Nombre from a champagne house called Aubry. And I've always been fascinated by this wine because, well, you may know that in Champagne you're allowed to plant 3 grape varieties only: Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier and Chardonnay. But less known is the fact that if you have old plantings of the original grape variety of Champagne, you are allowed to include them in your wine. And this is a Champagne made from all 7 of the grape varieties permitted under Champagne law. So on top of those 3, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, Chardonnay, there is Aubry, Petit Millier, Pinot Blanc and Fromenteau. I think Fromenteau being the local name for Pinot Gris, Pinot Grigio, whatever you want to call it. And always a fascinating wine. Always, I think, a wine made in a slightly oxidised style. But let's have a go at it. Still nicely pale in colour. You know, Champagne's of some age, and you know, some might say this isn't that old Champagne, but when I opened it and poured it out, it seemed very withdrawn and charmless, and for a moment I thought, oh dear, this should have been drunk. But you know, let these wines breathe. Champagne, as much as any other wine after a period in bottle, needs to breathe. So you can decant them if you do it carefully. Hold the decanter at an angle and go careful at it. Won't do it any harm. I've just left this open for a while and it's completely filled out. Let's have a taste. God, I mean, it's a nose that just says to you, you are about to have a big flavour experience. It's so rich. It's obviously mature. I find aromas of sort of toasted grilled nuts and a bit of smoke and lots of spice. It's a tiny bit of sort of macadamia and a little bit of caramel. It's absolutely fascinating thing to smell. It really is. It's a rich nose, a mature, obviously mature nose. But let's have a sip. Yeah. First things first. I mean, the bead, the mousse, or the bubble, or whatever you want to call it, is really nice and fine. But it's not sort of fluffy. It adds to the structure of the wine. It is indeed part of the structure of the wine. This has got really firm, sort of grippy lemon oil sort of acidity to it, and inside a great sort of shaft of firm, almost slaty mineral firmness that sort of fires it through to an enormously long finish. Flavours again, that sort of mature toasted nut flavour. And bone dry. I mean, this is, I don't know what the dosage is, it's very low. There's probably 3 or 4 grams per litre of the absolute maximum of sugar in here. And very, very, very long, and with such sort of direction and vim and energy and drive. It's a lively wine. And don't, you know, the English won't drink champagne with food, so it's useless whatever I say, but the French would probably drink this with, you know, poulet de Bresse with cream and morel sauce, that kind of thing. It really is, you know, in place of a mature white Burgundy, you know, would do a similar job, although it doesn't really have anything that you'd really describe as being fruit. It's got this sort of extraordinary minerality and it's mature and nutty character. Absolutely brilliant. I find it quite riveting. Let it breathe, folks, please. If you've got some in your cellar, you know, thank your lucky stars, because it's going to give you a enormously pleasurable time of it. It is 2004 Nombre from Champagne Aubry, a wine that I clearly absolutely love. Brilliant.